Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Happy Tuesday to you as we take a look at our morning that's ahead. If you're in the downtown area, just be sure to layer up. You've got temperatures sitting in those upper 20s at the moment, so quite the cold morning. But not just a cold morning for us here. As you take a look at our temperatures across the U.S., what you'll notice is a lot of them below that freezing mark. So when I show you this, take a look at our Great Plains. This stretch from really as you make your way even from the south upwards towards the north, sitting at temperatures just shy of the freezing mark, if not below it. Now this is our high temperatures for this afternoon, and you'll notice that a lot of them really cold. That's because of this Arctic air continues to plummet down, and as it does, that's really knocking down the highs in the south. Not only that, it does carry enough moisture to produce snow. So if you have any friends living in Texas, and I know this is my home state, I'm not just talking about Texas because I do love it. It's because take a look at some of these snowfall totals that they're getting. They have the possibility of seeing anywhere upwards towards 9 inches by the end of the week. Now Dallas specifically starts up near 4, but as they start to see this snowstorm really come in and strengthen, that's when they move upwards towards 9. But it's not just Texas, it's also as you make your way towards Louisiana, Mississippi, and it looks to even bring almost near 4 inches to other areas. Now a lot of these areas have already dealt with the snow already this week, but this is just adding on to the fire that they've already seen. And speaking of fires, that's what's also happening down near the south. Now as you take a look at California, that's where a lot of the big weather makers have been this week, because there's this area of high pressure that's really influencing our atmosphere too. It's bringing us this temperature inversion, but one of the driving motions of our atmosphere is the pressure gradient force, and that's when high pressure flows into low pressure, and that's what's happening right over California. Because of this, they're seeing gusts upwards towards 50 miles per hour. So if you think about driving in a car and you're going 50, that's how fast these wind speeds are going, and that's what's bringing on the possibility of them seeing some fires ignited in those areas today and possibly even going into tomorrow. Now, a lot of these areas under red flag warning if it wants to come back up on here, but mainly the purpose is that if you know anyone here also in California, just make sure that they're staying up to date with the local forecast. That's where they're seeing these very strong wind gusts come through. Now, bringing it on closer to home, this is what we're looking at and anticipating for us at least. As you make a look, you'll notice that there's not very much snowfall on this futurecast, but what we do see is a dusting on our valley floors. Now, this could possibly be into our Sunday, but as you make your way up towards the mountains, a little bit of a lighter dusting still coming your way. So we do still have some snowfall on the way, but it's just not as much as we would like. Now I will say our temperatures though are looking very cold as we start to make our way into our morning. Temperatures sitting in those 20s and 30s, 7 to start off the day in Stanley. So if you're there, that's some layers and a bit of chapstick. We're getting very cold, dry air across our area, and temperatures this afternoon sitting in those 40s. If you're in our mountains, you've got 20s. Now you'll notice it tomorrow more with the inversion when we start to see temperatures return near seasonal along our Treasure Valley. That's those mid to lower 30s, but in our mountains, you'll just kind of see a little bit of an uptick into your temperatures. So not too bad either way. And you take a look at the rest of the week ahead. We are going to struggle with fog because of the inversion, but by the weekend, we'll see some sunnier skies and those mid 30s return. Now it is your Tuesday morning. Your time right now is 6:50. Let's take a look at your roads.